Hello, everyone. You've tuned into Squad Ops. We've got a one live operation for you. First of two for today. Today we've got Operation Harvester getting ready to kick off. Players are joining the server, and the squad leads are figuring things out for their first round of two. I am bcarr. I'm going to call the action for you today. For this session, I'll be by myself with my illustrious producer in the background. That would be Barton. It pronounced exactly like that because, you know, why not? But we got Operation Harvester. This is a classic. This was the first operation I played when I joined Squad Ops. I did basic on a Saturday between sessions, and I was able to join the operation immediately following that basic and playing something like this. And I was a scared INS soldier on the other side of the map, looking through a window, waiting for a convoy to roll down the road, which it never did. This is a great one, though. It's pretty simple. We're going to go ahead and explain what's that all about right now. But first, we're going to go over commands and our squad leads for today. On US first, we've got Swine in command. His squad leads are Silas, Storm, Jenkins, and Axe Gaming. No, not Storm. Sorry, Nacho instead of Storm. So his squad leads are Silas, Nacho, Jenkins, and Axe. On INS for round one, we've got Nesped in command, along with CG Fu, Payne, Sugart, and HML. If you weren't, actually, you know what? We didn't stream last night, so let's just, I was going to mention HML's command last night, but nah, you had to be there. You had to be there. It's forever a Squad Ops meme. Not really, but it's fine. Harvester is a classic. We're on Cocaine. You can see on the map here, there's a U.S. flag in the southeast portion of the map, and there's two routes. U.S. get to choose one route to move along to secure the COP location in the very north, in the most northern city on this map. The city is pretty rough. The buildings are all on different levels, but the real bit is getting there. And it all depends on which route US chooses and how adaptable INS can be to defending that route, or shifting resources from one route to another, or even, you know, depending on where they want to put their reaction forces, they may put them in the middle of the map so they're quicker to react to a certain route. But in any case, the US convoy is comprised of 5 vehicles. They get 2 MRAP open tops, they get 1 transport, and they get 2 lodges. Now, if these lodges go down before they get to the end destination at the COP, or where they're intending to set up this COP, the US have to fall back to their exfil site in the middle of the map. That's that green circle with the X in it. And they have to hold out there until help arrives. And in this part of the world, reaction or getting a rescue force in isn't something you do at the drop of a hat. Expect there to be a long delay between when they have to fall back to that location and when they actually get support. Matter of fact, they probably shouldn't even expect support in a timely manner. The INS could just flat out overrun them. The INS, on the other hand, they have a couple of vehicles of their own, plus a bunch of toys to play with as far as kits. each squad on INS is going to have 2 automatic riflemen. They're going to have an RPG gunner or a LAT unit. LAT stands for light anti-tank. They're going to have a medic, and they're going to have a raider. And the raider kit is a little bit different than what you might experience in normal squad. The raider kit, I believe, in normal squad has PPSH, which this one does, and a bunch of grenades, which this one also does. But I think there's a difference in the number of magazines and the type of magazines that the raider gets to carry in our mod. I believe they only get to carry drums, whereas the PPSH user in a vanilla game also has stick magazines. In any case, basically the raider has a bunch of grenades, and he's got a PPSH, which is super great for close quarters. And if you put it in semi, it's great for medium range too. Although, you know, there's AKs everywhere, so medium range is covered on INS's side. Looks like we're getting squad briefs here. This is a trend we've seen pop up in squad ops, where each squad leader will lead their own squad in a brief. This is probably helpful in a situation like this where we've got a convoy. Matter of fact, you can see part of the convoy assembled right here. These are the 2 lead vehicles, the open top MRAPs. And then you've got a one additional Logi here. There's 2 Logis. Those are the ones with the crates in the back. And then you have this last vehicle, which is the platoon transport. And I'm looking for, I guess there's multiple squads here. Maybe there's other squads yet to join in. Not entirely sure at this point. But we should be, with the fact that they're in squad-based briefings like this, we should be getting pretty close to live, or at least edging ever closer to it. But to go back to the operation, INS also gets 2 technicals, which are great for dirt roads like this and going off-road, but they are extremely vulnerable to any sort of heavy weapons fire. There's no armor on those things whatsoever. As far as positioning, if we can get the map up one more time, there's an imaginary grid line that's like, if you look at the 4 or 5, I'm not sure. Let me check and see if the map actually shows. It doesn't, so let me give you a reference. The 4 or 5 grid line is pretty much right south of where the it's a horizontal line, just cut the map sort of like right below where the X with the green circle is. You just draw an imaginary horizontal line there, and that is as far forward as INS can spawn from the word go. They can only spawn 1 squad forward, so it can be used to throw a US push off balance. It can also be used to throw one of 4 scouts that INS has onto either route, and in an effort to mine the route to sort of, you know, create an ambush. That's right. INS gets 4 scouts for this operation. So that's 4 AT mines, not to mention 4 remotely detonated IEDs. I believe we are getting ready for a platoon brief for U.S. forces. Swine is going to go ahead and brief very quickly. I imagine everything has been set by squad. Okay, they're even still gonna segment out a little bit.
It's easy for lads to sneak up on us, and that's mainly what I'm concerned about.
Of course, the chatter of the beginning of every operation. And once again, we hear a platoon brief being called for U.S.
Switch the gunner seat and suppress
I have
until you
the
get a new gunner in.
target on my back. I mean,
Or
the
driver.
plus
Roger.
on my blueberry.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Peace and quiet, man.
We're probably in dupe platoon.
They're getting closer. They're getting closer to getting settled here for a platoon brief.
They don't need to
very
stand right
tactical
there,
of
you
you.
know.
We figure out how and which route that the U.S. are going to take. Very important to figure out which route they're going to be on.
Airborne. Hey, hopefully we don't die yet, right?
I believe we're going to get started here.
On a single
All we
MSR.
need is three trucks roll down a nice road and come blow.
Shh. Only sleep now.
Alright, give me comms, listen up. Hello everyone, welcome to Operation Harvester. We're the US side and we are for certainly going to win this, and this is the plan. X Gaming has control of the Logi trucks. That's his responsibility. He will protect them and he will use your lives to protect it. This is our objective. Keep these things alive. Silas will have the MRAPs. He will use these to his discretion, protecting the Logi trucks, but more importantly, destroying the enemy. Squad 3 and 4 guys are sharing one transport truck. They're gonna be behind the platoon, providing rear security. And once we take contact, you're gonna sweep around, engage that contact head on with aggression. That's the general idea. So we're taking route blue. We're moving towards the west. So, as you may know, squad 1 and 2, you guys are, let's say, buddy squads. You are protecting each other. Squad 3 and 4, same with you. You guys are a little group, protect each other. Don't give me any tactical blobs. Actually, give me some proper teamwork here. The convoy will move rapidly towards the green fob marker, convoy being MRAPs and the Logi trucks. The transport truck will move quickly to this position right here and hold roughly around there while they are providing rear security, and the convoy moves more and more north. As I said, once we know where they are, squads 3 and 4 will sweep around, engage and destroy that contact as they see fit. Simple plan, important to remember, keep momentum, but also, once you take contact, give me aggression. I want to see you returning fire. I want to see everyone here get at least 5 kills, alright? I don't want to see anyone cowering. I want to see all of you be very, very brave. But also, I want to, more important than that, I want to see you kill a lot of them. And have them be very, very scared. Alright? Aggression. Aggression. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah? Any questions?
What are in the Logi truck?
Go again.
What are in the Logi truck?
Again, I didn't hear it.
All right. That was the U.S. briefing. They're going route blue.
Yeah, what kind of...
So they're going to take the west route out of the U.S. base here, and the convoy is going to sweep west along the western far road. I said west too many times there. There's some questions in Twitch chat. How do I get involved in one of these? And that was from White Dude Down. And Malcolm SL wondering how to get involved in these guys. This is a One Life event. This is One Life operation. We hold these twice a week or 3 times a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays. What you can do is go to squadops.gg, and the first thing you'll need to do is take basic SOTT, which is the required course to be able to sign up for operations like this. Once you've taken basic SOTT, you're set. And you can join operations like this on the calendar. Pretty much anything that shows up on the calendar, it's free for you. But but the way to join in is squadops.gg. Get you started. Join our Discord. Link your account with our website, and you'll be able to sign up for training and operations after you complete basic.
So there's a possibility I'm not going to be able to be in a vehicle, so I'm probably going to walk.
And oh my, I had a great idea and I freaked out there for a second. We got a live time now. What is SOT? SOTT, Squad Ops Tactics and Training. Yeah, Squad Ops Tactics and Training. That's just our announcement or abbreviation for, you know, our initialism for all of those types of courses. Yeah, just go to our website. We've got a link to the Discord on the website. That one's guaranteed to work for you 100% of the time. As we see, the U.S. forces are all loaded up in their convoy.
You asking how many boxes we have?
You know, we've got the outlines on here to show you sort of where everyone is and how densely populated these vehicles are, which they are.
Okay, be advised to all squads. I'm in the lead MRAP.
Something like markers.
Okay.
My apologies. I tried to be fancy and use my controller and it went dead. And my push to talk button go along with it. We are live with Operation Harvester. And US is moving out up the road to the blue here. Now let's take a look at the map real quick. We were able to scout out that the forward squad has put mines on the western side, and there are two technicals. Looks like they have an SPG techie and a Dishka techie moving out. They're going to be moving out towards the center here as the convoy makes their first turn. And there's also a fire team on the blue route, which is what these guys are going to run to, along with a mine or two. Looks like a mine and maybe an IED or maybe two mines. You can see them in the distance. We're closing at about, it's about 300 meters away or 400 meters away at this point. These guys are trucking. They're not really stopping. As the convoy makes its first northern turn, the two open top MRAPs are out in front, and they have fire teams in them. And INS are getting out of the way. There's an INS soldier running across the road. They call contact, and there's only two here. And the MRAPs pull off the road in a weird way. I don't understand what this is. The MRAP has pulled off the road and it's going off-road now? That is so weird. And this is a Logi. It's now, it was perpendicular to the road, which is just asking for a rocket to be shot at it. And if I were INS here, I would have sent a rocket guy up here. But maybe they flipped the coin and decided they were going to go to Route Red instead. An entire two squads of U.S. forces are pushing through here. This has got to be like 2.5 squads. This is most of the team. Matter of fact, you could see the transport truck, and I believe this is one squad lead in their FTL. Oh, this is their FTL holding back. And wow, look at this. Jenkins is leading his squad on foot to attack the suspected enemy held village from the north. And little do they know, there's only 2 people here, and they're not really hiding. Matter of fact, actually, this is hiding really well. Wellome and Royal Milkman are the one guys here. Wellome's closer to the camera. He's right here. U.S. forces are passing through. Sathan almost ran towards that direction. He's got a little berm right here, and he's hitting in the corner. This is amazing that the U.S. haven't spotted him yet. 2 squads of infantry have now pushed through past this position. Liberal Pundit comes around the corner. Wellome definitely has his gun raised. He hears everything. Grom even pushes up the berm, doesn't see him. There's a fire team outside here on the berm. There's a fire team in the compound. There's still the MRAPs that are up the road. This is amazing. Wellome is like, he's become invisible. It's like dark colors and shadows go together or something like that. And I believe we have a knife kill. Oh, no. I missed 2 kills. It looks like the one INS got knifed. Maybe Powers did it, I believe. And then Wellome got shot. I believe that was Reversial. And so now we're checking the road. They definitely should be checking. There are 2 mines.
Alright.
There are 2 mines. Let's see if we can find them real quick. Oh, there's an IED planted somewhere?
There's ID. No, the ID. We knocked out the phone guy.
Holy
phone guy's down.
That is the ID.
They think they've knocked out the phone guy.
It's right behind you. It's right here. Right here. Yeah, I knocked the guy with the phone. He's down.
There's still the mine. Wow, what a brilliant position for this mine.
So one of you guys
Hey, take that IED.
They know there's an IED there, but they haven't spotted this mine. It's just sitting in the road, right in the shadow.
Back up in case that IED goes off.
Understood. Clear the pond as quickly as you can and get the convoy moving. ID is down.
They've dug the IED. Will anyone else see this mine? It's very, very well placed, hidden in the shadow. I think Daruba might. No, he's not looking down. Oh, man. They've missed a mine. U.S. have missed a mine at this point. Let's reset positions. 4 has pushed, Squad 4 for U.S. have pushed up to the next village in the route. Here comes vehicles. If an open top MRAP leads to the formation, that is 1 open top MRAP down for the count, unless they drive around this mine, which you never know. The road sort of curves, and if the driver just wants to follow the road, he's going to run over this mine. There's more U.S. infantry running towards.
Alright, medic, I want you in the back.
Oh, he's turning! He's turning! He's turning! He's missed it. Within a meter. Here comes another open top MRAP. Let's see if he just drives straight through, along with Alaji behind him. He's turning. Oh. The MRAP bites it. A squad lead goes down, and the driver, and Silas saw it at the last second, but couldn't get his word out to his driver to tell him to stop. Oh my goodness me. Silas at the last second saw it, and it went under his hood, and his driver turned directly towards it. 1 open top MRAP down. A great trade for 2 infantry right now. 1 open top MRAP to lead the formation, and 2 Logis following right behind. Let's take a little reset of where U.S. forces are at this point. They're pushing between, they're pushing up, the convoy's pushing up the road here on the west, on Route Blue. They're going to push past the 4-5 line right about now. And they're going to be within about kilometer and a half away from their objective area. In One Life events, Humble Atomic, there is no revive. So in vanilla squad, medics can revive players that are down. In one life events, you're done, and you go to spectate for the rest of the round. That's what gives these operations a little bit of investment from all the players that are involved. And we teach that all through our SOT courses to try to keep people alive, and some very basic tactics that you can see on display here with the outpost clearing. A little bit less with the mine right there. They totally missed it. But let's check out where INS is right now. They have a squad in the next village up the road on Route Blue, and they have a squad opposite, opposite them, across the field. There's a little berm that connects them. Matter of fact, you can see them here in the distance, and they are looking at Route Blue's direction. And let's see here. There is a bunch of players. The red outlines in the far distance. Let's go up there. As US try to secure their position and they're getting ready to push, they're sort of forming, massing up for another push. There's a hill to the left side of the route, and that's going to be a great place for rockets for INS LAT unit, and it gives the INS squad leader there, as you can see, a great view of what's coming down the pipe. He can from this position. I'm at. Ooh, I got hunted down by a spectator camera. From this position, I imagine that he sees infantry crawling all over that village, and he's looking for the penetrating infantry force here that's in the center.
So I wanted to hold and secure that position.
U.S. forces are in complete hold right now. There are, looks like to be a couple mines, or maybe a mine and IED here in this next village on the route. Let's see if we can spot these guys real quick. I'm an event admin. We have to spot these things and make sure they're good to go, because we do have rules with assets. Yep, there it is. You see it right there in the middle of your screen. The tire track that's right in the middle of the screen, right next to the shadow, almost on the shadow's location, actually. And I imagine that was probably one of the reasons why it wasn't spotted earlier. This one, the shadow's not really that big. It might be seen. A squad from US pushes off of the Route Blue village that they've secured.
All squads are playing the slow game here. 1 and 2, your mission is to again hold that compound, protect it from all sides. We're gonna move 3 and 4 around alternately. More orders are following shortly.
Well, there you go. You heard it from Swine there. Swine has decided he's going to send squads 3 and 4 on an end around to try to secure the next village up the road out of position. Little as you know, he's going to have to push through. Looks like a squad plus of infantry right now. Let's come take a look at this prepared position that INS have here. You got RPG gunners ready to go, ready to shoot on the road. Shot foot rings out. US are still moving. They've moved pretty far east here. And INS are going to know what's going on here. US respond with some fire across the field. May have tried to get some roof lurking shadows here. The squad lead's trying to spot where these guys are running to, and very shortly he's going to realize they're trying to come up on his east to push through this village. Why is the stream so dark? Maybe turn up your gamma. No, my gamma's at 2.2, which is the default. This is the default. It's what we require for operations to be played. There is a fog on this map. That is for sure. Most modded layers that we have, on in the Squad Ops mod, usually implement some sort of fog to encourage engagement distances within 300 meters. Maybe a little bit. My producer is informing me we have a little bit of a video change now. I don't believe my gamma setting is too weird. But yeah, even in night operations, we require gamma 2.2. U.S. forces still, they have one squad, maybe a squad or two squads here, really, tying down an INS force here, and one squad is trying to maneuver around. It looks like part of what happened, are part of the forces that were at the village that's the next one along the Route Blue have moved off. Or maybe it's reinforcements going to secure this berm that connects that village with the position that INS are trying to defend centrally. Let's get a little recap on positions right now. INS are still holding the next village up on Blue Rue, and there still seems to be two squads, including the convoy, holding at the village south of Route Blue. Maybe a squad and a half, like a squad in the vehicle. Not entirely sure. There's a U.S. fire team. A buddy pair is now pushed across the field at the shortest way they can cross, which is this little finger right here, which sticks out from the road. There's still a squad on cover. And Storm, as FTL and RAF have pushed across, and INS may have seen that. I think they've repositioned one guy to watch the road.
Squad 2, don't move on the north side. Just move south along cover. Move south of Squad 4.
They definitely have at least one player looking this direction. Storm is crawling out. Matter of fact, the fog is so thick that engagement distance is it's just about 300.
120.
Yep,
look southeast.
Copy.
This is a very standard practice here that Storm is doing, having someone help him with 360 security. In this case, it's sort of 180 from the direction he was watching.
Yeah, I can't see them.
Yep, just stay where you are.
Alright.
U.S. forces call out a technical. It's the Dishka technical. Let's get a little view of its picture, a little picture of where it's at.
Just hold there, don't peek. Just hold that compound right there. You're secure, pretty much.
Did I lose it? Nope, it's a little bit to my right. Matter of fact, there it is. This is a great position for this truck, even though it has been spotted, probably because it's a white truck, or whatever color this is. It looks pretty trashed. Some shots ringing out, far shots. The U.S. squad that tried crossing the road to hit this village have not really caught up. There still seems to be this front that has developed. There's about 200-300 meters of distance between forces right now, and there's no real push towards. There's some movement in the back at the back of the U.S. line. Looks like they're going to push even further east, but they're going to go south around to do it. A rocket up the road looks like a miss.
Be advised, we just took a RPG from the northwest.
My light just flashed before my eyes, Commander.
Guys, northwest.
Another rocket,
Yes, we will.
maybe a frag rocket.
Good. Guys, 314, 314.
For some reason, the vehicles were just chilling here. The open top MRAP was behind a wall, and it's pushing back towards here now. The two vehicles were just pushed right here. INS were able to sneak up the hill on the left, which is that high ground, and from here, there's a bunch of trees in the way. You really can't see their positions. You can see now because we have the outline, but
They were absolutely shitty.
at this point, U.S. don't have access to their mortars yet. They have to get to the COP location to be able to place down their mortar, as well as significant HMG support. I believe they get 4 HMGs, which is nuts. However, there's no mortar support for U.S. at this point. X Gaming, the squad leader, has got his binocs out here.
You see him?
I think he's engaging them. Looks a little bugged on my end, but
He went down. He went down.
he went down. I don't think he got a kill. No, but he went down behind the hill. This SL right here has got himself a pretty good scaring for US. And it looks like US push has stopped. So much for that aggression that Swine was calling for in the briefing. They really have stopped. We can see that Squad 2 is now pushed almost directly south of the formations, left Squad 1 by themselves. If you heard the briefing, they were going to try to keep Squads 1 and 2 together, 3 and 4 together. They were going to be buddy squads and maneuver around each other. And that isn't the case now. Squad 4 is pretty splintered up, but they're holding the extract point. And Squad 2 is, for some reason, holding rear security as another rocket. Another rocket has been fired out here. Looks like Storm has gone down. And Storm and his buddy that were across the field here have gone down. Squad 1 maneuvered around. Actually, was there a player over here? Where's that player? I thought I heard someone. Yep, there he is. Mr. Spurious is by himself, pushed ahead of his squad, I think, because I believe the rest of his squad is following him right now. Maybe he had a friend with him. He could have been moving in a buddy pair beforehand. But that's one fire team leader down for this squad. And there's still... The U.S. have got to organize here. They can't just keep returning fire at this rate. It's just not good. I mean, they can return fire, but they're just asking INS to move that SPG into position behind them. Because I would absolutely move down Route Red, have the SPG techie move directly behind the column, and YOLO some shots from behind. And I would take a LAT unit with me. Right now, these two lodges, U.S. objective is to get these lodges to the COP location up in the north. And they're just sitting here. The open top is now repositioning. Maybe they're anticipating. Bunch of fire. There's a road here. But they gotta know if that open top MRAP pushes off by itself with no infantry support, it's just asking to get blown up by a rocket.
This hold down is allowed to hold down. If we start taking contact, we can move to engage. But if you got a decent visual, we'll hold here for now. Yeah.
Yeah, I got visual, but we also got friendlies right in front of me.
Yep.
This is actually, you know, Rook's right. This is actually a really good position for the open top MRAP because its turret is just about clears all the fields.
You know what? I got a better
around.
idea.
Maybe the driver has a better position here. Oh, yep. He's going to reposition it so he can see. Now, it just so happens the tree blocks his direct route to enemies that are in the next village, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Random fire coming through. Bibio's taking some pot shots at maybe an INS unit that was around the corner. Matter of fact, I guarantee you.
Try to find some shade to sit into.
That might be a squad lead. No, the squad lead is over there though. He might have given that guy eyes. Bibie repositions. The INS squad that was pushing to the east is now getting closer, and they've taken out the advanced scout for that unit. Squad seems to be within 150 meters of U.S. contact as the far east U.S. contact squad, this is squad 2, pushed all the way around here to the east. 5 INS are just holding this position here. They're trying to spread out, anticipating U.S. contact. Let's see if these U.S. soldiers are. Oh, it was Zaki or someone over with Squad 4 trying to add fire here.
You're not kidding it.
Yep, I think they spotted this INS squad that's holding just on the other side of this intersection. And Pickle's pushing the squad that direction. Pickle's FTL for 2. FTL in charge of 2. And he's leading his element straight in. Manta Wrangler's right behind him. We Are Airborne is covering the field for some reason. And we're within 50 meters of contact here. Pickle's pushing. There's a bunch of people here. Pickle pops. He shoots at one. He gets one. Now INS orient towards Pickle. Pickle and Manta pushing up. Here comes Bilbo Shaggins as well. A bunch of ARs in this formation. Manta Wrangler, the GL. Pickle's prone. Someone takes a bunch of shots at Manta. Manta returns fire, a little blind. Bilbo calls out a proper hitting. A frag takes one out, maybe. A frag comes in. And there goes Pickle. And he gets dragged by the ghost of the frag. Straight to Bilbo. And a GL from Manta Wrangler takes out that INS. There's 3 more INS in this area. And they're maneuvering around this they're going to be trolls. They're going to be underneath this bridge. There's a rocket unit over here. Looks like another AK and the squad lead. He's got his binos out. He's looking.
Yeah, it was Delta 49.
Together with 4, I want you guys to secure that town to your north.
Got it.
Roger that.
Let's see what this squad lead sees.
Straight north. Copy that. Party pushing up.
Dogs are barking at something outside. I might have to go check that out here in a second. Hopefully not. This INS squad decides to fall back. And they've been barking for 30 seconds now. I need to step away for a second. Oh my god. Dogs!
Can you repeat that, Brandy's?
Many apologies.
Hey guys, keep spacing. Spacing, guys, spacing,
Mancom's
spacing.
bumped up just a little bit. I will do that in a short second.
Push more to the west, guys. Push more to the west to get more spacing going.
Dogs they just, you know, they see someone they think they know outside and they just bark. And they just bark and bark and bark. The beagles, by the way. If you don't have beagles, you must know they're small dogs and they have an impression of themselves. They also must investigate everything. Meanwhile, US making a push up the lane here towards the INS held compound. A bunch of cover fire going out here from Instant and Bibios, while a fire team, 2 buddies, push up. One in the field, the GL user in the field, matter of fact, Powers leading the formation with Tactical Beard on his left. They are prone. They crawled up that mess. Zard, Ziard, and BillyBolt.gg. They're getting ready to start clearing a village. Powers moving up, and Tactical Beard continuing to provide support. As far as where INS forces are in this compound, there seems to be a fire team plus on the southern end. This is the village at Charlie 3, and there's a fire team plus over on the west that sort of have eyes on the blue route. It's taken a little while for US to get into gear here, and finally they're getting some effort. Matter of fact, a squad plus with the MRAP behind them are now pushing very much east. They've stranded they've stranded a handful of INS on an island here. Oh, the rocket hits the MRAP. Or maybe there's a miss. No, it's definitely a hit. That thing is burning. The crew have abandoned it. And it's going to pop here in a second. It's burning. The crew get out. But that thing's going to pop any second now. A GL hits the INS position here in the island. They're just running right by the MRAP. It hasn't even popped yet. That explosion could actually damage a friendly, and there it goes. Maybe Stanky Stink, what a name. Maybe Stanky Stink was far enough away to not get hit by the explosion there. But that is it. All of the supporting armor, light armor for US are gone. What a shot there. Let's see who this was. That was, let's see, who has the rocket kit on them? The Lord Chanka. The Lord Chanka getting that. Was a pretty solid shot against a stationary target. I believe he was set up right here, and that distance is only 150 meters, 100 meters, baby. A little bit further than 100 meters, but still, that's a great shot. Medium range shot with a RPG against a stationary target. You gotta aim a little bit higher. But mission accomplished. GL's coming out here. One within too close range, or are they marking targets with smoke? I don't see any smoke yet. Jenkins is now pushed in here. There's a bunch of dead US here. They must have tried to push in here against this force and not even being ready. There's another squad lead right here in this building. I think he's gonna hide here, wait for players to come around. Powers pushing forward. Jenkins right behind him. Duckenstein holding his rocket behind. Looks like they're gonna push around. Oh, they're gonna push south here. They're gonna try to clear the building south. Maybe Jenkins is coming back up. Jenkins is coming through. Jenkins might actually peek around here, and if he peeks this peeks this hole in the wall.
How about Bailey moves in and fills the compound and we'll cover back Jenkins?
Or maybe he knows he's here and he's just making sure that he doesn't get peeked.
Yeah, I know, I see him. I got a step body here.
Grenade goes through.
Copy. Back, grenade cover.
Someone watch that, I'll watch here.
Yeah, watch that doorway right there, that orange.
I got that direct north.
They're a little clustered up here, but they're doing their best holding against whatever position. As a major offensive goes on the east of the map, the squad and a half that was getting escorted by that open top MRAP have now pushed through. They're broken out. They've gone through this village here. They're about halfway through it to the road that goes east-west in the village. Now they're getting sort of stopped by some pretty hectic fire here from this squad lead. Expit, squad lead, that's the command.
This is the plan. This is the entire plan.
And Swine now has a new plan. GL goes far.
We're all there.
Frag out to the northwest. Frag out.
The enemy's north of MSR.
Frag rocket gets the outside of the building where Nacho was, but does get a kill.
Alright, we lost Bag of Joe.
Bag of Joe goes down.
Zeki, is this clear or nah, never mind, I'm throwing a smoke,
Zeke is sort of pushed up here pretty by himself.
You guys come with me. Watch out, Zeki, don't die.
Uh-oh. A wide open shot. And now blind firing from everyone. And here comes the grenade throw. A little off target. Oh no, one goes down here. This expert pushes around. Fighting within 20 meters. We are airborne, spraying the hole, covering it up. Expert pushing around. He's got the Lord Chanka behind him. Or who's this? This is not Expert. This is HML. HML and Nacho running straight towards each other. Nacho sees him. HML looking through. Who gets the trade? HML tags Nacho through the wall. We are airborne. He's probably got a good position if he wants to come through this window, but yeah, no, he must have seen HML there. HML is probably looking through. He hears him all around the other side. HML, oh, grenade comes out. It comes up, and maybe a little bit further in. It doesn't get anyone there. I don't even think it damaged this guy. He jumps over the railing. Oh! We are airborne, gets in this little hut. And was able to tag him go through. HML responds and wounds. We are airborne. HML by himself now. Expit and HML are the only ones in this compound at this point for INS. They're closing in on Expit's location right now. HML's trying to come up from behind. There's too many US here. HML or Expit is stuck, and he knows it.
That frag was close, man.
Oh, uh-oh. I'm seeing Oh, okay, there's a note there. The push in the middle is ended. Jenkins must have either pushed out or something. Meanwhile, another RPG sails past the convoy. Why haven't they pushed this yet? What is wrong? The convoy has not moved from this location in at least a half an hour. There's no action. It's just a standoff. Obviously, they have to take that route. So let's go back to where the fighting actually is, because there's no fighting going on with the convoy. The only superior position for the U.S. forces right now is this one here. Looks like HML's dead. Expit's still up. Unless I'm missing HML. No? Yeah, HML's dead right there. Okay, Swine's called for an extract of this squad here. I think they're gonna come back together with the convoy and make another push with it, as they should have done forever ago. But INS did commit some resources over here. Let's take a update of the kill count here. It's pretty close. 15 kills for US against 20 kills for INS. However, you gotta remember, US have no more light armor support anymore. Their open top MRAPs are dead. They've been destroyed. One by a mine, one by an RPG. And yeah, we're almost coming up on about an hour since we've been live, and we're still in round one. Swine taking his very sweet time, making sure he's got all of the ends that could have gotten around his force taken care of. And to his credit, if he hadn't pushed this force out here, he would have gotten him from behind eventually. However, it's not really happened, but there's problems with this push that has cost them the MRAP. And that is, I don't know what that was. Was that Expit engaging? That couldn't have been. Expit's hiding out here. He wants to stay alive for his troops. Oh, and the infantry is pushing away. I think they're going to meet up with a transport truck.
Look from.
All right, the transport. Oh, they're getting organized to push for some reason. There's the transport. Let's get back over there, because that convoy's not leaving without this infantry, so I think we're fine. Here's a little reset of the map. There's still a squad in reserve. INS still have a squad in reserve. That is insane. They're still covering route blue like it's, you know, like the colors in style. I don't know what I'm saying there. This route is taking this operation has taken a long time, and the US have got to get it in gear here. The only thing they have left is aggression. There's no mines in this area, so that was just a YOLO drive. And there's still some players that are hanging out. So this is a whole squad here in the transport once these guys load in. And now, which route will this transport take to get back to the convoy? Will it turn right around? Looks like they are.
Nice job, gentlemen.
We're going to follow this transport as it hits the curb. Another rocket gets fired at this convoy. What are these guys? What is going on? What in the world? The convoys have now backed up and out of town. They've hidden behind buildings. Another rocket comes in. You know what that is? That could be the SPG technical. I thought that was the SPG technical. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope. There it is right there. SPG technical is now en route. And it's got a sweet angle on this road. Maybe, yeah, look at that. Once these guys come back, all these gotta do is just load AT, cross his fingers, see it's the transport.
Alright, all squad leads, listen up. We're gonna do this hard and quick. Once the entire, like, the
Here comes the charge.
gets here, they're gonna be taking the vanguard. They're gonna be moving north rapidly, and we're gonna try and hit them head on.
They're gonna try to hit him head on. So US gonna make a general attack along Route Blue. There's a fire team forward, and there's 2 mines in the road here.
Move north rapidly. How copy there too?
Here are these mines that they're gonna have to get past.
Disembarking at the compound and pushing through heavy. Yeah.
One of them's right here. I mean, go below the map there. And the other one is an IED, actually, set behind this barrel. That's going to do some damage. All right, let's go back to our U.S. forces here. Within 150, 200 meters of contact.
Stay off the road. Just try to stay west. SPG has eyes.
I think there's going to be a squad. The squad is dismounted and they're on foot. They're dismounted south of where the convoys hold up. And they're going to push a squad along the western approach. And this is a map border, so they can't push too far up.
Keep your rifle out.
And Swine, the commander.
Remember your AWS training.
Alright, squad 2, let you guys use this western
you will survive.
to get them into the compound.
Finally, U.S. taking a forward motion.
Up in your hands. You're dead.
Alright, so from here on out, once you get stamina and everything, we move rapidly, yeah?
Roger
Oh,
that.
maybe they'll take a stand break
Baby,
first.
on the run.
Always.
Alright, guys. My guys, that's squad 4 and 2 element. I want you guys to stay within audio range of at least 1 guy in the squad. Do not move outside audio range of 1 guy in the squad. Everybody keep track of your buddy. Find a buddy now.
Rook is trying to keep some organization with his tattered squad here, because I think he's actually a hybrid unit at this point. Swine pushing up. He don't care. Swine trying to, I guess he might be trying to figure out where the SPG techie is, because he knows the SPG techie has sight on the road.
One, get ready to follow 2 once they reach the initial roadblock.
There's too many INS forces just sitting here waiting. Once US gets across this hill and start moving between the little, this little dip right here,
Elements of Squad 4.
and they get up the other side of that dip, they're going to start getting shot at pretty hard.
From here on out, I'm Bravo. Y'all are Alpha. Skank, you have fire team lead on that group. And if I go down, you're next in command. Actually, delay that. Reversal, you'll be next in command. Something tells me he's going to be in the shit. He's probably going to die just as fast if I go down. Hopefully, you'll survive.
So you want me and Bilbo to be point, Rook?
You guys are going to be point with, yeah, you guys are going to be point. Are y'all a fire team? Are y'all a buddy team?
Me and Bilbo is.
Trying to figure out what's going on here. Get some organization here.
Yeah, no.
Swine's still looking. Here we go.
I mean, we had holding the same position for a long time.
Moving.
Here we go. Here comes the U.S. attack up the west side of the road. There is a gunner. That is X5 Polish. Moving straight in. There's.
Reach roadblock and then we'll stop.
I don't think they see the guy cresting the hill. Oh my god, the vehicles are moving. These guys gotten really close without actually taking any fire. Bilbo Shaggins moving up. Oh, that squad lead goes down. Grenade goes out. Rook is dead. This is that was a well-executed assault, even though there have been casualties. There's still U.S. or still INS in the ditch right here, and U.S. are far from making this push. Stinky Stink goes down because he was on the road without cover and without any concealment either. There's a AR gunner and far off. Reversial's pushing through. Reversial and Bilbo go down. We are airborne. Oh, here comes the vehicles pushing up. They've still got to go around this bend up to the next village, or the next set of compounds where the mines are. The SPG techie. Oh, was that smoke? Nope. The SPG techie tags the first logi. And now it's just a matter of time for this techie to hit it again. Maybe the SPG techie sees it. I'm looking for it. That was a hell of a shot.
I'm gonna use your truck as cover. This certainly has been a fun round. I would love to thank every single one of you that has tuned in to the stream. Our journey, as you see, has stopped suddenly, and soon I'm gonna get shot by a dish gunner who's probably camped there for the whole round. And I also hear.
Well, he was wrong about his style of death there, but yeah, you know, sitting still is not good against, you know, RPGs and SPGs. You probably should have tried to move backwards and forwards or something like that. I don't know. I'm not one to judge. Actually, I am. That's why I'm talking right now. Still more. Let's see. There's a couple of folks that have pushed up on the berm here. This is going to be a bad position for US to get caught out on if they keep cresting that side of the hill. They move out around those trees. I heard a bipod going down. No, that wasn't a bipod going down. He's looking down his sight. There's definitely a stranded squad there. And now with both lodges down, US must exfil to their exfil spot X. This US squad is on the just near the 3-4 line. U.S. forces are going down. They trade 1 for 1 there, I believe. I believe there's 4 U.S. left. One grenade throws over here. No. That grenade was not far enough. Oh, grenade response. Grenade gets thrown in. Oh, a triple. No, it was a double. Wow, somehow Liberal survives that one. Alto gets to the road. Gets gunned down. And Liberal Pundit is the last one I believe is alive. He's healing himself. I don't think anyone hears it around him. And we're down to Liberal Pundit here. INS being a little bit sheepish and not pushing this position. 2 creeping along the edge. Oh, he gets shot from up the hill. And he finally goes down. Wins the hour-long round 1. Harvester. Harvester's nuts.
You two are born.
We're going to take a short break, and we'll switch teams here, and we'll come back with round 2 very shortly. This is bcarr for Squad Ops. We'll be right back.
Hold up, roadblock ahead. Shrek and Matt, we're going to clear it.
Do we need to retime the jumps and stuff? Well, in that case, we won't do jumps. Instead, we'll just get back into round 2. Round 2, you know what? You know what I need to do first? I need to make my squad. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Just to confirm, we're live now, yeah? We're rolling into round 2. Round number 2 of Operation Harvester. You go ahead and throw the map up real quick. Just remind you guys what's going on. There's 2 routes for US. The US get to choose blue or red, and our convoy rolls down that route. The INS get to start 1 squad forward, but everyone else has to start up there with the flag. And the goal for INS is to destroy the lodges of the convoy so that it forces US to fall back to their X point. Or the goal for US is to get all the way to the COP location so they can set up things like a mortar tube and HMGs, because those are great. Not quite live yet, but everyone's getting situated here. Everyone's getting back into the server. We're getting organized for round number 2. So let's talk about what we just saw. You know, for as much up talking about aggression, and this operation really needs it. This operation, you can take your time and you can roll very slowly, or you can not roll very, or you can, not roll very slowly and actually push. But the problem is that you're gonna be rolling into a prepared position, and you're gonna be rolled. You got to figure out how you're gonna roll the convoy first. You're gonna roll with infantry out, or you're just gonna go until you think you see contact and then stop and everyone jumps out and gets rocketed to death, or there's a bunch of different ways to play this, and it's really hard to do it if you're just unilaterally pushing one direction. Swine had a great idea last round. He wanted to try to get a squad out, and that's what they did for the first one, if you remember. The first village they came up with resistance, where the 2 guys were just sitting there, they were able to send a squad around the other way and lock down their route, and they were able to proceed. And that's the philosophy they wanted to go through. Obviously, it works well when you go take contact. And it really would have worked the second time, but they just didn't commit to pushing the INS strong point with enough forces, and they didn't have enough support either. They really needed to move that open top MRAP over there to support a push, to give cover, so that a squad plus maybe 2 squads even could push the central island where all of the INS were sort of congregated at, the island that covered Route Blue, so that it couldn't advance. But INS did a bunch of smart things too that round. Expit's group, we have switched sides now, so Expit is now in charge of US. They're actually figuring out what to do right now. I believe there's going to be a briefing for US in a little bit after they've told out their plan. And everyone's come back in. Trying to make sure everyone's joined back in. So it was stressful. It just took a little while, and Swine definitely stalled for about 20-30 minutes. He kept pushing his forces to the east, and he kept pushing his forces to the east, and he kept thinning out his line. And he thinned out his line so much that he really couldn't have massed an attack in any direction. And what happened was he pushed a squad, but eventually he threw everyone to the far east, threw a squad in half into one, and was able to get out with pretty successful push in, but they took a lot of casualties while doing it. And in the end, it wasn't even enough anyway. Because while they were taking all that time to come all the way to the east and push, you know, a reported enemy location, they were getting picked apart from INS's main observation point. They just moved too slow, in this broadcaster's opinion. This was the village where we got hung up on before. Obviously, the 4-5 line is the furthest they can start. INS can start one squad ahead, or as far south. Let me rephrase that. INS can start one squad north of the 4-5 line, but everyone else has to start their main. Now it looks like from these symbols that we can spice two things. I believe US is going to take route red, and INS are going to throw a significant support on a significant side of their support on the east side of the map. However, they're going to let US have a bunch of land first. They're going to let, if everyone's position holds, maybe save that one squad that pushes out south. If everyone's position holds here, they're going to let US have all the way up to 3-4, which is actually almost as far as US was able to push. Okay, we weren't live, and there was an IED explosion. So that's one less IED that INS gets to work with, as the admins swoop in to try to figure out what happened. Oh my god. Well, I'm pretty sure I caught you red-handed there, and there's only one scout in that area, I'm pretty sure, so oh my gosh. That was just, you don't come on. You have one IED and you have one AT mine, and then you screw around with your, like, one of your most valuable assets before live? No, you don't do that. It's going to be a hard no. Lame confirmed. Let's go back and check on the progress that US is making right now. We still got a couple minutes maybe before we go live. I was just clicking the button. Yeah, no. It's the same. Personally, it's the same thing with trigger discipline with me. Personally, there are people that like, oh man, would you believe? Wouldn't it be cool if OWI added a safety to squad? And my answer to that is no. You're bad. If you need a safety to the game, lift your hand off your mouse, and that's a great safety right there for one thing. The second one is you can learn how to train your index finger if you're right-handed using a right-hand mouse. You can train your index finger to, like, lift itself off the button. And by doing this, you know for sure that it's impossible for you to click that side of the mouse. And that's a great safety. OWI doesn't need to put a safety in the game. You just got to learn how to not click the left button. All right, the convoy is beginning to take shape here. They're going to take red routes, so I imagine this guy's going to pull to the right. Yep, there we go. We're seeing briefs by squad right now.
So Deadbeat, I've got GL. Where do you want it?
Okay.
Let's go over the kits that US are going to have and the convoy composition real quick. We're going to go live in a couple minutes here. Let's go over this real quick. US have 2 ARs, 1 GL, 1 LAT, 1 medic per squad. The convoy consists of 2 open top MRAPs, 1 transport, and 2 Logi trucks. Now, Logi trucks are key. The Logi trucks got to make it all the way up to the cop, or where they're going to put the cop. The Logi trucks also can't go off-road. That was one thing I wanted to bring up. I don't think I made it clear last time. The Logi trucks cannot drive off-road. They must stay on the road. The open-top MRAP can drive off the road, and the transport can drive off the road. But Logi trucks got to stick on the road. As far as additional, once they get to the cop, they can put down some stuff. Cool things like a mortar tube, HMGs, and they get fortifications to boot. INS, on the other hand, they're going to have 2 ARs, 1 LAT, 1 Raider, and 1 medic per squad. And the Raider kit, I believe, is a little different. They also get 4 scouts for the platoon. And whenever you see that in part of what we call our summary for the operation, whenever you see a platoon asset in squad ops, that's something that the commander can unilaterally appoint to a squad member or squad. It's not every squad has 4 scouts. It's the entire team has 4 scouts to allocate. So 4 scouts, which is great. That means 2 AT mines and 2 IEDs per route. And they also get 2 of any technical. You saw last time INS, as we go live here, and looks like we're going to get an infantry rollout here. Empty Logis, empty transport has a squad in it, and we have a split push here. This is pretty smart. There's a squad pushing up the road to the north. There's a squad pushing off-road to the north. There's a squad pushing along red route. This is round 2, just started live. And open top MRAP is leading the 2 Logis on red route, while a transport full of troops and an MRAP open top push over to blue route. This is pretty smart. There could be now this is also has a lot of risks too. You know, if they just roll straight through and not think about it, they could seriously screw stuff up. Oh, looks like this infantry group is breaking out right here. So this is an infantry squad. There's 7 players on the ground, 2 in the MRAP, 1 driving, 1 gunning. And let's see who's in charge of this outfit.
So JC, I guess we're buddies.
CG Fu. Fu's a good egg. He's pretty smart. This is the type of stuff he loves to do. He loves to be the single guy out here. So there's an infantry group. There's an infantry squad plus open top MRAP pushed out to the west. Let's check the progress east. The convoy is still moving pretty slow. You can see it over there. They've made it to the first compound, but there's no way INS are going to make it to this compound unless they just rush there after live. And there's 2 squads of infantry off the route, but pushing north, straight out of spawn. Let's check our map real quick. There's a 300-meter distance between the convoy and this forward group right here, and they're clearing compounds. They're taking no chances. Well, maybe they're just moving along, and some people are clearing compounds and they're not supposed to. That is a cluster of troops, though.
Hey, just an FYI, when you jump off a wall, crouch on the
Taking a
wall,
phone call.
and stand up on the falling so you don't take damage fall damage.
Let's take a look at how INS have set up for this push. There's still a good 600 meters to go for that squad to get over here. They have gone all out. Infantry for INS are pushing straight down from their main. There are... Oh, this is interesting. They've put two mines on the road. There's one right there. That's pretty obvious, but I imagine it can't be dug down all the way. Where's the second one? I think the second one is in front. Yep, second one is in front over here. Where did you go? Oh, there it is. Is that it? Oh, maybe that's not it. Let's cheat a little here. No. Why am I not seeing this mine? Maybe it's not a mine. Maybe it's ID. It's an ID. So there's an ID, and then the mine, and then there should be... Oh, they've put a mine off-road. Have they really done that? There should be something in front of me. Yep, there's an ID question mark? No. Is that it? There's an ID right there. And so there should be I guess they put a mine off-road, which is kind of interesting. Why wouldn't you double down? Because you know they can't. I don't know. I don't understand. There's people watching those right there. There's a squad that's pushed up. We're within 300 meters of distance, so let's go over here to the west side. Squad 2 is now closing with about 500 meters of this squad that's on the left side.
We're clear up to my position. I'm going to move the MRAP here in just a moment and start a show of force. Copy 2.
Yep, so that's what, yep, this is traction show of force over here on the west. Let's take a look and see where some of these mines are. Most of them are planned down here south of, that's an obvious mine. You can see it from way up here. So there's one obvious mine for sure. They didn't even try digging that down. That's tremendous. Let's see, where's the other ones? There should be an IED somewhere over here. I imagine. It's somewhere like right in front of me. So there's probably an IED in this brush over here. And where's the last mine? Have they put both IEDs up here? Could they really have done that? Put both IEDs up front? What's over here? There must be another ID in this brush. So if I come up here and I find the second mine, like in the middle of the road. Oh, I flew over it. Yeah, so there's two IEDs up front. That's so weird. Round 2, contact coming soon to an AO near you, 300 meters away on the west and 300 meters away on the east. The convoy is way secure. It's about 1 kilometer away from contact. On the west, the MRAP that has been sent to Squad 2 has now been moved along. It's just rolling. Squad 2 have now controlled this first set of compounds here on the northern leg of the route. And I believe that is the Eastern Forces spotting advanced INS positions.
Here, I'll stay next to you and watch the mines.
INS's posture is pretty strung out. They've got their initial plan definitely down. We're going to go back over here to the east side. Yeah, the rules for mines in squad ops are they must be dug down, or they can be, sorry, they can be dug down to where the red circle is visible. So that red dot on top, oh, these guys are just right in the open. So that red dot on top of these guys are right in the open, and they're going to get shot here in a second.
We have not engaged any contact. You want me to Humvee to before we move?
No, 2, that's all gates.
Sauce, can you watch rear?
Go reinforce 3. They're gonna have a hard time pushing into that compound.
Understood.
These guys that we're looking at right here on the other side of Payne, they're red outlines. That's the initial ambush site. That's where the mines and the IEDs are. Oh, shots. Maybe squad 3. Squad 3 in contact at medium distance.
Okay. Where do we have?
Or I guess this is long distance.
There.
Squad 3, we're gonna dismount and Echo 5.
Well, they had the initiative there, and they weren't able to secure a kill.
About 200 meters. 350.
Can you repeat where enemy techs are located?
Maybe we'll get some GL rounds.
2.5.
Yep, GL rounds going out. GL, yeah, that's smart. Cause
That's dead on the money, squad lead 200.
Sweet. All right.
Alright, copy that one.
oh, there is a dead body over there.
Let's clear that compound to the west and Echo 3 first before we move up the road further east.
Those guys are falling back.
I'll let you know if there's a place I want HE.
It's so interesting. They're pushing around the other side of the compound. They're repositioning, expecting them to push into them. Expecting the U.S. to push into INS.
Watch your flank.
That's exactly what they did. They fell back. They fell back about a building's worth. They were here. They fell back about a building, about 50 meters. Squad 1 is pushed up towards towards where the ambush site is, and they're on the actual route. And here comes the ambush. Here comes the convoy, slowly moving up, probably about 10 meters. 10 meters. Or not even 10 meters a second. Probably something like 5 meters a second. Or lower. Squad 2 is now completely abandoned the western approach, and they're reserving. They're sort of reinforcing 3, because 3 is going to have to push this compound. And right now, there's only like 1 squad there, and they have no real support. Well, there's not even a whole squad here, I don't think. Long range shots.
You know what? Yes. Oh, you want to take up our positions right now, and then we'll do the push since you got the MRAP.
The scout is still looking for. That's a scout for sure. You can tell because he doesn't have a radio, and he has binos. RPG gunner, got his AK out still. The U.S. are still sort of holding that compound to the south. Maybe maybe the AR gunner got one. I see someone prone. No, I think he's actually still up. Yeah, he's still up.
Hey, I wouldn't skyline on the roof like that. That's pretty dangerous. You're gonna get popped.
Yeah, Sauce, get down from there.
It'd be kind of funny if he got popped like right now. Wouldn't that be great? U.S. forces. Oh, U.S. forces are leaving?
Command, this is 2. Go 2. Can we confirm there are no contacts in Fox 4-1?
What are they doing? They're pushing into the.
Understood. I haven't seen anybody there, just asking. It's now to my rear.
What is this maneuver? What is happening?
4 will take over gas station security. Squads 1, 2, and 3
All right, 1, 2, or 3 are going to push north here. So 1 moves off the line, 4 comes up. The convoy is going to move up to the block of buildings where 1 just ran out of. This must be the command element plus the ground security element. And then their drivers are behind. MRAP staying a good 50 meters away from the village. Wait, what? What? Why is a medic? I guess a medic has to drive. I don't know. It just grinds my gears when medics drive vehicles. 3 shifted a little bit to the east here. Oh, no, they shifted northwest, and they're pushing through. 4 is now moving to reinforce the line. 2 is still holding position. So there's a squad out of position here for INS. And US have a pretty strong attack force coming into position here. Oh, long distance fire. They're shooting over top. Squad 2 is shooting over top of Squad 3's position. Almost took the squad lead's head right off. Squad 3. Sugar has pushed across the road here. He sees these INS folks just moving across. The rest of his element is taking their freaking time. They called out contact. They begin engaging in a bad position. It's even worse for these guys trying to get up the hill. You know, a grenade or an RPG right now would devastate multiple people. Smoke's coming out here in the field. INS trying to get to a better position. Multiple smokes being thrown. Looks like they were in the same position. GL's going out a little. Oh, no. I think he may have got hit there. GL's towards the thing. Maybe if he turned left a little bit. Oh, there's a technical. I believe a couple technicals just moved out. Yep, the SPG technical followed by the Dishka technical, and it's now moving behind the element. Oh boy, this could be pretty rich. Yeah, yep, and they're both loaded to bear with infantry on them, I believe. Oh, yeah, he got out, and that's what you get. The, oh man, oh yeah. U.S. attack is beginning, but this INS counterpush here. This is interesting. They got the inside corner covered by the Dishka, and they have. I guess they're going to trade. They want the intent. They're intending to trade the Dishka for whatever comes around that corner, and they have the SPG. SPG now loading frag here. SPG gunner gets hit. He's going to disembark and bandage himself before he dies here. Dishka gunner gets ready to Dishka gunner providing cover. Let's go back to this push. Squad 3 is now in the village. Multiple enemy KIA in here for Squad 3. For US. Mulder pushing through. Risky, he almost gets clipped from the corner. They know they're right over there. Someone's got to throw a grenade over. They hear bandaging, so they're not going to push around. Here comes a frag.
Gotcha.
That's Mulder throwing a frag long down the road. Straight in the middle of the road, but no one was. right in front of the green tree. Oh, they're engaging the ambush area. Foo's got a nice flanking motion on these guys who are on the ambush site.
Enemy prone at 60 degrees.
Enemy dead at 60 degrees. Foo picks himself off one. Squad 1 pushed across the water. IED goes off. IED goes off, but there were too many INS players right next to it. Blind firing here from ARs.
MG loading.
Stay still, man.
Copy.
Just stay still.
There's still considerable number of INS still. Another INS. Grenade thrown out.
We're gonna cross that road and start clearing that side. We got 2 friendlies on this side already, so we're on bound over there.
INS falling back a little bit. They've blown IEDs for some reason. Wish I could tell you. I saw a picture. Oh yeah, the Dishka has now flanked way further south. The U.S. force. Let's take a look at the score. Well, no. Chanka pushing straight through this smoke. Milkshake goes down to 1 INS, and Chanka, you can't just push through the smoke like that. Oh, here comes a frag. Multiple frags. Oh, this is the Raider. Trying to shoot a buoy there. Bluescape's got a nice view as if you can see through that bush. The MRAP has pushed up to support now. Wallom is scanning for hostiles. Expit sees the Raider. Missing shots. The Raider throws a grenade. I think Expit's... Oop. He gets out of there just in time. One aspect of the Raider is he's got a bunch of grenades. Taking shots at Gooby and Bluescape as they move along. Expit. Oh, Expit dies to a rocket blast as a frag rocket. Nope, maybe that was a heat rocket. Hits the MRAP, and that's gonna toast off here. That's gonna pop off here in a second. So the command for US is down. Another frag rocket missing its mark. Oh, that was a squad leader down. Might have an angle on this lat guy right here. That's Appa, FSQ Appa, with the kill on the MRAP there. Gooby's actually in front. He's pushing through. Missed. Appa missing. Full auto. Switches to single. Gets him. And he's going to get shot from behind here. Buyback. As a grenade comes in. Oh, more U.S. casualties over here. Rep for solo scout, or let's see, that Stalker. Saloon gets him back though. Rep for solo scout, and U.S. have pushed up considerably here. However, one thing they still got to realize is that they haven't cleared the route for mines. And INS are generally the only INS guy that's left here. Stanky Stank is in full retreat. Meanwhile, the force that's pushed in the middle, 2 and 3, are now pretty much decimated. Fugus goes down. Another fire team leader goes down. There's a lot of loss in command comms here. Matter of fact, what happened? I just looked at the map and... Oh, there's Shukart is there.
Last contact 285.
JP is coming back to fall back in.
Let's get out of here 105.
Let's get a recap here. 23 kills for US, 21 kills for INS. We're coming down to it here. 3v3 in this village here at Echo 3. And let's look at the convoy. The convoy unit has 3 US in front of it. There's a bunch of there's a couple of mines still between the convoy and their forward force. The forward force is still holding back. And I believe... Oh! The open top MRAP is... This is crazy. This just might work. The open top MRAP is pushing up the gas station. Or it's trying to come back this way. However, it's realizing that steep hills require a little bit of speed before you can get up it. It's pushing straight towards the last maneuvering INS element that's south of the convoy. They definitely have someone. I think they definitely have eyes on this position.
We got hit by that.
Yeah.
The convoy's just gonna push up here? This MRAP's dead. Oh, Jive gets out, and he gets hit with a lat. They're gonna drive forward. There's a gunner dismount. The driver ditches. No, passenger gets out. He's gonna pop. What is he doing? He's driving up to the convoy. He's gonna die if he doesn't get out right now. He's got to clear the area.
It's gonna blow. Copy. We'll get in the lodge.
Pop goes the MRAP. Why did he drive it? Whatever. The INS squad that's behind gets a free kill on whoever jumped out. Silent is crawling in the field. The Dishka techie, now manned, is turning north. You'd think, oh, the lodges are going up. They found a mine. Looks like there's maybe another mine or maybe 2 IEDs over here. I think there's a mine off-road. They've dug one up. What about this one? Where's this one? Dishkateki begins engaging from behind.
Thank you, boys.
And the convoy is now passing the mines. Oh, the Dishkateki's in pursuit! The Dishkateki goes off-road. Oh man, if that thing went off-road and hit that other mine, that'd have been so hilarious. Dishkateki engages at range. I think he saw Sergeant JLC. No, it's the last. He sees the trailing vehicle. They need to push now. They've got to push. They have a straight shot to the fob, to the cop area. They've abandoned the vehicle. The Dishkateki now catches up. Dishkateki with...
Watch out, there's an enemy techie behind us.
The techie's gonna hit our lodges. We gotta hit it before it hits us.
2 US dead by the technical. Technical has to reload now. and it's stuck there. The shield is sort of helping it, but I think the gunner got hit. One goes down. More GLs, and they abandoned the technical. Wow, that could have gone a lot worse. More GLs incoming here. This is Manta Wrangler and Rook. They're gonna try to GL the thing to death or something? Rook is trying to engage some Manta, I think might have been a medic. Red smoke. They're adding smoke to try to cover themselves as they, I guess they fall back. There's still friendly infantry behind them on the road. The US doesn't realize they have a straight shot towards the objective area. And here we go. They're moving out. US slowly closing in on these two positions. Oh, maybe someone get off the road. Let's check where the... What are these guys doing? They drove off the road. Someone gets shot out! One of them gets shot out of the lodgy. What a shot! AR fire.
When you try to take it down, there's really nowhere we can put the lodges to have them be safe.
Rep for Solo goes down. What a shot! Who is this AR gunner? It's Mr. Man. It's Mr. Money Man. What a shot! He's got the RPK set up and everything, and he's got a clear field of view on everyone trying to run around right here. He's hit Sugarheart now. He's looking for more targets. Sugarheart is bleeding out at this point. Sugarheart stabilizes. I believe this is the only friendly... Yep, this is the only US that are left. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the lodges are still up. A grenade goes out. The GL. And Mr. Moneyman falls back. Okay, maybe a bit more than 6. Now the lodges are off the road. They got to get back on the road before they can get further north. Saloon gonna drive the front vehicle. Everyone's getting in the back one. INS, 4 INS behind, hot on their heels. And here we go. Wow, they get out of there. I wonder if anyone was hurt. Oh, the lead vehicle is a little worse for wear there. They dive bomb straight in. Oh, maybe they took the wrong road? Yep, I think they took the wrong road. They gotta go around. They need to take a left here. Yeah. Well, they were supposed to follow the route. Oh well, I guess you can cut through. Lol. Anyway, the lodges are at the objective. They're going to be closing in. They're going to be finishing the route here shortly. And now let's take a look at see what INS is doing about it. The Discotheque has been manned. It is closing at an extreme pace. We're going to follow the Discotheque in here. Discotheque being manned by Rook, being manned by Manta Wrangler. They got away, and they're coming back for vengeance. Rook and Manta Wrangler. They're going to park it here. Oh, they're just using it as transport. They're not going to use... What? What? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Meanwhile, let's count out the rest of the INS forces as U.S. set up their FOB, which means HMGs and mortars. There are, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 INS have to assault a compound of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 US with fortifications.
Are they coming for us or what?
Just make sure simple are watching.
Oh, look at this. They're just going to hole up in this compound. Look at that. They put a machine bunk. They put an HMG bunker down. They're going to put another one to the south here. They're going to put an HMG gun bunker watching any entrance to this compound. Oh my god.
Build right here, JP. Cover. They're behind us.
They're coming.
Keep calm. Get ready on the 50. We can get it.
I don't hear him yet. I thought I heard him.
The technical is being moved.
Southeast of our position.
Here comes the technical. No gun. The guy in the gunner seat now. I think he got hit. Yep, he got hit. And he sees the spotter. Which was Manta Wrangler in the gun.
On the other side of the road.
So that's Rook spotting for him. This would be great if US end up winning this, but it's pretty even right now. However, INS have just used their asset. The one asset that they didn't have, or the one asset they had, you know, superiority roll in, which is mobility, and now they've abandoned it.
I got eyes east.
Rook is pushing, but I think Rook got hit there.
East, direct east. At least 2.
Okay, he didn't get hit
Maybe
there,
1.
but he's come down. He's turning fire.
There they are. They found me.
They're gonna move the discotheque now. Oh, they're gonna put it in a nice position. There goes one Logi. And it's going to get moved here. Getting shot at by lawn darts. He doesn't see him. And there goes the gunner. Manta Wrangler gets shot down by lawn darts, I think. Rook is now pushed up almost all the way to platoon. Saloon. Oh, he's got his back turned to Saloon. Saloon's got a shot. He sees him. He sees him for sure. Come on, Saloon. You got to see this. No, he doesn't. Within 20 meters, and now Rook's going to run away. The Saloon, I bet you did double tick right there and saw him run away. Oh, come on, Saloon. Are you blind? He's going to get back to the technical. The technical's been hit a little bit. It's smoking. He's going to get in the gun. The other INS soldiers are moments away from their own assault here. Zeke leading that formation with Mr. Moneyman. He's getting back in the gun. Oh, the gun is down. He's going to move the truck out of the way. He's going to roll the truck straight through town. He's going to move it all the way around. Not good. I think he's dead. Yep. JP gets a kill there. Oh, man. Sergeant JC That was a grenade.
Here's our last stand.
Here we go. HMG bunker guns have the 4X.
Yeah, you stay there. I'm gonna stand this guy.
Oh, Saloon turns the corner. Doesn't believe he gets.
I do. What direction?
Alright, pop a frag east.
Gotcha. Frag going out east. Watch out.
Frag going out east. Where is it going? Oh, it's went over the wall. JP is in the hole, but I guarantee you this guy sees him. That's Mr. Moneyman. He's turning. Mr. Moneyman misses.
Wait, what'd you say, Chief?
Mr. Moneyman closing it now. I bet you he's got an angle on this. I bet you the guy in the bunker has an angle on this. It's covering this right here. Yeah, he does. He can definitely turn this way. Mr. Moneyman going to have a nasty surprise when Deadbeat Dad turns on him and flips him. JP dead. Two INS left. No, there's more still coming. Sergeant JC. Mr. Moneyman is being covered by Deadbeat Dad. RAF is approaching the west side. Let's see. Who's that coming? That's Rabbit, Sergeant Rabbit, and Zerd.
59.
Alright, do we still have a frag?
I do.
Okay, I'll take
But I'm on gun. Throwing frag.
Oh, a frag comes out.
Throwing frag.
Nope, frag went too far. He smoked off the bunker.
Hey, I need people in it. The phone smokes over. I can't cover if they smoke it.
Two there, man.
There must be these two guys must be in coordination here. So far, Mr. Moneyman is still up. Some blind firing. There's a little. Oh, there's a wall here too. So right now there's 4 INS left against 3 US. 2 in the bunkers, 1 watching around.
Got it.
I think there's 1 guy with a grenade left, or maybe he actually used his already. Mr. Moneyman. RAF making a move. He's just moving a little closer. I think he wants to get a little cover on the door. Just in case. Mr. Moneyman still probing the front.
How many are left?
No idea.
Still probing Deadbeat Dad.
Alright, I'm gonna move slightly.
He's going to make another peek. Deadbeat Dad is just looking straight down the door. This is bad news.
Alright, I'm getting ears on the east wall.
Smoke is clear.
Smoke is clear, so Mr. Moneyman missed his mark. Oh, there's a frag. I think it's thrown too far. It's thrown too far. A second frag. What a shot! Mr. Moneyman takes out Deadbeat Dad. From the turret, Mr. Moneyman. Sugar trades with Zaf. Zaf is bandaging. A frag coming out. Mr. Moneyman gets there. The frag doesn't come. The frag goes dead. It's all up to Sugar. There's quite a bit of cover in here for him. Expert in the chat asking why. Sugar's spamming. He must be spamming through the half wall. He is in a room by himself. He has a window and a door. INS are slowly closing in. This is let's see, we got Zard, Raf, and Sergeant Rabbit. And now he's talking to him. Now Sugar's talking to himself. Mr. Moneyman, the clutch kill. And here we go. Raph leading the formation in from the south. Mr. Moneyman closing in from the north. Rabbit. Oh, it looks like they switch up. Raph goes to the back. He must be hurt. Another frag. Oh.
So there's one to the south.
A team kill.
Did he just frag his buddy?
And Shookheart metagaming because it is a admin. And now it's 3 INS to 1 US. And INS may be out of frags here. The number one killer. Look at this. 29 frags for US, 34 frags for INS. Oh, a frag. Thrown over. And here we go. We got people vaulting, I think. Was that a frag toss by Shookheart? What was that weird hand animation? And he gets knocked down by Gunnery Sergeant Rabbit. And that's GG. US able to establish the foothold at the fob point, not able to seal the deal after some clutch kills by INS remainders.
They had like 3 left.
That was tremendous.
Oh, that's really close.
That made up for first round taking so long, in my opinion.
See ya.
Oh my goodness. Whew. Thank you for this wild ride, for coming along with me on this wild ride of Operation Harvester. I'd also like to thank the producer, the man behind the mixer, Barton. Also our event admins, I believe it's Atomic Peach and Halibred, if I'm not mistaken. And I could be mistaken. Anyway, that was Operation Harvester, one of the classics in Squad Ops. And I'm going to take a look to see what we got coming up tonight, because I can't remember the name of the operation. And I should know, because I only looked at this thing like 20 minutes ago. But all of our operations are on squadops.gg. We got Green Acres coming up tonight. That's going to be 8:30. That's going to start. The broadcast is going to start at 9 o'clock Eastern. I guess it's going to be 9 o'clock Eastern. It makes it 6 o'clock Pacific. Yeah, TV broadcast in terms. You can get that broadcast here, twitch.tv/squadops. All of our other links to things like YouTube, our Twitter account, our Discord, things you want to follow. Squadops.gg. I'm bcarr. Thanks for coming along with me on this incredible afternoon of games. Thank you guys. We will see you later tonight.